Here at Baltimore School for the Arts, creativity is more than an elective. It's a lifeline. But as funding challenges grow across Baltimore City schools, programs like this one face an uncertain future. I set out to learn what these cuts mean for students, families, and the community. When Baltimore City Public Schools lost $48 million in pandemic relief funding, the cuts weren't just numbers on paper. They were programs, positions, and opportunities. And leaders here at BSA say the timing couldn't have been worse. Tell me a little bit about how that and other recent funding changes has directly affected the arts programming at BSA.
It's been hard. In those first 2 years, let me tell you, we had money. We had funding, we had ESSER funds, we had COVID relief funds, we had new positions that were popping up through Baltimore City, and I was like, okay, we can do this. And then last year hit, and we had a budget cut, we had a shortfall. Those type of things lower morale of the building.
Those morale drops translate directly to classroom experiences. Here, the arts are an everyday language, but citywide, access looks very different.
I think no matter what form of art it is, it's the best way to be able to heal yourself from any problems. It's unfortunate that a lot of places don't get those same opportunities to explore. It's very important to make space for schools like BSA that can, help students like us actually make the stuff that we want to do and use it to make sense of the world.
But how many city schools even offer that kind of pathway? That's what organizations like Arts Every Day track, and the numbers paint a stark reality.
We see a lot of schools with visual art, only about half with music, and then theater and dance are relatively low. Only 10% of schools offering one graduation credit course. 39% of schools offer no depth of study in the arts. Students learn math when they learn an instrument. It's in the music notation. They learn literacy skills through visual art and theater. When you try on and embody a skill like you do through the arts, you just absorb it differently and you retain that information a lot differently.
But to understand why these programs are shrinking, you have to understand how funding actually works in Maryland. Maryland kind of determines how much funding each school district receives and maybe where certain programs fit, like the arts education, fits into that formula.
Education funding in Maryland is constitutionally shared between state and local governments. All of Maryland's 24 local school systems are dependent entities. The education funding in Maryland is distributed on a student count. So there's a per pupil amount for different programs. And the way it's distributed is it's a wealth-based formula such that a wealthy jurisdiction receives less state funding than a less wealthy jurisdiction.
That formula leaves Baltimore with high needs and tough choices. Choices that directly affect students who see the arts as more than an elective.
Being at BSA really solidified for me that there's a world outside of just having a high paying job, like being a doctor or a lawyer. And it can really make doing something that you truly love. It also just made me smarter and more aware about the world.
And that's the heart of the fight. Not just to save programs, but to save possibilities. Leaders continue to debate the future of funding, but in Baltimore's classrooms, teachers and students refuse to let the arts disappear. They're shaping the future, one lesson and one performance at a time. In Baltimore, Dejanay Ross, Bear TV.